Hi everyone, it's Evangeline from etrailer.com, and today we are looking at our Koenig XV16 on our 2020 Toyota Tacoma. Now this tire chain is great for when you have light snow. It's also really ideal if your state requires that you have a tire chain inside your vehicle during the winter months. Now before we talk about the tire chain, let's look at the box it comes in. And this is one of my favorite cases for tire chains just because it's so sturdy. It comes in this hard shell case. It also has this interesting hook and loop patch at the back. If you want to store it in your car, it attaches to your carpet and it won't slide around when you're driving around. Inside it also has some nice goodies that they add just to make the whole process a little bit easier. It comes with a plastic mat you can put on the ground for when you have snow and mud and you don't want to get yourself dirty. I mean, if it's windy though, you could also just bring out your own rubber mat and that works as well. It comes with this nice instruction guide, which also has plastic so it doesn't get wet and fall apart in the snow, which I appreciate a lot. Let's take a look here at the diamond style pattern. Now this is a pretty good and actually more modern design, wherein it covers more of your tire, which is great for brakes and quick stops. And it also has these D-links right here, and these D-links have maybe more flatter sides on the ends in order to provide that extra traction you need. This tire chain style is great with turns, but it also has these smaller links here which help you have that smoother ride as compared to those big heavy duty tire chains that you might not need. What you see here is the tensioning device that is built into this tire chain and is what makes it pretty cool for me. It was pretty easy to find the right fit. There's different adjustment points. You can make this longer or shorter, as well as pull these close and find out the best fit for you and to where to hook on the final step of your tensioning device. And that's it. It's pretty nice, and you might have to drive forward a little bit just to figure it out, but after that, you're good to go. On our truck, we installed the tire chain and it's size 265/65 R17. Now, if you don't know what size of a tire you might have, you can find it right over there. Check your owner's manual as well. For this truck, it said to only install on the rear wheels, so we have it here on the driver's as well as the passenger side. So let's see how we installed it. Now before installing, I like to set out our tire chains on the ground and just comb them out like that to see if maybe there's any breaks in the link or if any of the links are warped. It's also nice if you look over here to make sure it's facing the right side up. So this should be facing the tire of your car and not this side. This side it could puncture it or damage it. Probably not, but it's still designed to be used that way. So this looks pretty good, and I guess we're ready to install. We will start with the yellow end of the tire chain. This will be fed through and around the back of your tire. See, right over there. After bringing this end around, it's nice to just comb out the chains and set them up for the next step like that. So ideally they should make a nice arc around the tire. Then you grab one end and you attach it with the other end. So just like that. It's pretty easy to just put this in and pull it shut. Now that loop goes behind the tire, and make sure it's back there. It's nice installing it on this truck because you just got a lot of space to move around. Now, before we go to the next step, it's also ideal to just set the tire chains centered onto the vehicle. So since it has this nice diamond shaped pattern, it's pretty easy to see where exactly you can center it. Okay. Now the next step here is pretty simple. You see these two red parts? Those go together, just like that. And then you can find this end, this, this long chain over here will be fed through here. So if you lift this lever, you can feed this chain right there. Now if you close it, you can then ratchet and get that tire chain tight around the vehicle. Now we can put our end through these red hooks just like that. Okay, you don't have to put them through all of them in case the tire chain is too tight, but if you can, that's good too. Now for the final step, this end with the strong rubber tensioner will be attached to anywhere up here that you feel will be the best fit for your vehicle. So let's put it up here on the top. Now a good thing to note is it's nice if the hook is facing out away from your vehicle, just to protect your tire a little bit more. So this was one of the easier installs I've actually ever had to do when it comes to tire chains, and that's what I like the most about this. It was very easy just to center it all onto the tire and to tension the tire chain as well, which is pretty great. You don't have to get extra tensioners because its own system works pretty well. Now I do recommend after installing the tire chain to just drive forward a little bit and then check it again and make sure everything's in place where it should be. But other than that, it's a pretty good tire chain, and this was the Koenig XV16 Owner 2020 Toyota Tacoma.